your first comic?
Yeah!
He ain't going there. Y'all ready for your first comic?
Yeah!
Hands up for my man, Linda!
Thank you, Gary. I've never slept on the couch, but it was the first time for everything. All right. As Gary said, my name is Lyndon Thomas. I'm from here in Long Beach. And a little about myself. I am a diabetic. So I'm a type 1 diabetic. Type 1 diabetes means your pancreas stopped working. Type 2 diabetes means you probably stopped working out. What was that? Boom. I heard that in the back. That's good. Also, you can see I'm very tall. And so my neighbor invited me over, not invited me, asked me to come over because she wanted me to get a bowl off the top shelf in her kitchen. So I walked over there and she brought out a step stool. The step stool is offensive to my people. Staying with my height, I don't want to step on Gary's stool. Staying with my height, I'm eating down the street at Bacon Broth. I'm coming out, and this nice little old lady stops me and she says, "Excuse me, sir, do you mind if I ask?" And of course she's going to ask, "How tall are you?" Because I get that all the time. I got that from you earlier this evening. And so I'm thinking, should I say 6'7", the real answer, or should I give her my smarmy answer? Very, get it? And before I can answer, she says, "Excuse me, sir, do you mind if I ask, are you over 400 pounds? I was mortified. I had the same look on my face that you have on your face. Who on earth would ask a stranger how much they weigh? I mean, here's the deal. I shop at the big and tall stores, but I'm the and tall guy. Should I ask the lady if she was over 99 years old, like Betty White? So anyway, I'm like, no, I'm not over 400 pounds. Thank you for thinking of me, I guess. And so I go home and I Google biggest NFL player ever in the history of NFL. William the Refrigerator Perry. Yeah. 390. So she thinks I am bigger and fatter than the biggest, fattest person she's ever seen on television? Oh my God. Now, if you're over 400 pounds, you are overweight. I get that. But I don't think that's her job to tell me. I'm pretty sure that's my wife's job. So, here in Long Beach, here in the community of Long Beach, we've got a very diverse community, you must know. And I've got a lot of friends here that have transitioned. So they've transitioned, most of them that I know have transitioned from female to male. So they're taking a lot of testosterone, they have hair on their arms, hair on their face, and they're losing the hair on their head, which I'm trying to avoid at all costs. So, they look and act like dudes, which they are, and that's great. They're rocking the cargo shorts, they got the hat on backwards, all the stuff that I'm sure was in the brochure when they first signed up. But here's what I found out that they don't have, is growing up with the Y chromosome is very different. You can't get that from medication. I'll give you an example. So, growing up with the Y chromosome, without the Y chromosome, they can't quote every single movie line they've ever heard. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. Hasta la vista, baby. Luke, I am your father. See, those things only come when you're born with a Y chromosome and you hang out with a bunch of bros. There's no way without the Y chromosome you would ever think that air guitar is cool. Or you wouldn't brag about with people with a Y chromosome. They brag about how many Red Bulls and vodka they had last night and how blasted they were when they got home. There's not a single chick in here that has ever bragged about how much white wine she drank and how much she yacked when she got home. But here's what they can do with two X chromosomes. They can passively aggressively compliment their friends. They can shop at 6 different stores and return every single item. They can take forever getting ready. Probably changing into 4 different pairs of cargo shorts. But to really convince this, or to really convey what I'm saying is, this good friend of mine, Jamie, now Jamie grew up, Jamie with an I, probably had a little heart or a smiley face over it, is now Jamie with a masculine EY. Anyway, so my good friend Jamie, we're at a party last weekend, and all the women are hanging out with him. You know why? Because without that Y chromosome, Jamie has the ability to listen. So I walk over there and I hear Jamie saying, "So did Susie really say that to you at work? Tell me more." So those of us bros with the Y chromosome, we do not have that skill set, and that's my time, and I'm done. Thank you guys.
All right, guys, we're gonna keep this show going. You ready for some more comedy? Put your hands together for my man David!
Oh, look at all you happy people. Happy people. I'm happy to be out too, because I've got a house full of many, many kids. And these kids, they eat everything. Everything in the cabinets, everything in their friends' houses, everything on my plate. There's a couple of times a week where we have family dinner, and then I sneak out and have my dinner. You know, I can't blame them, you know. The kids, they're the future. And I don't mean that all kumbaya, but I'm probably gonna end up on their couch when my wife kicks me out. So, the thing is that these kids, they just drive me crazy. But I'm a devoted father because of it. And people are saying, "Dave, how did you find the balance of fatherhood and adulthood?" There's no balance. I don't have any friends. The closest I have to a friend is my 5-year-old's little robot. And that's because he's got a perfect compartment to hold my flask. And my friends are always asking me, "Dave, your kids are so wonderful. What's your advice? How do you do this?" Well, kids are like dogs. They need boundaries. They need exercise. And people are always giving you the dirtiest looks when you beat them in public. Don't look at me like that. I survived COVID, you know? And like all COVID survivors, I run a business out of my home. The same home where my wife homeschools our many, many children. And like all homeschoolers, we're granola and we got chickens. Home office, chickens, kids. Busy, ugly home office, pissed off chickens. Too many kids. Last week, I got kicked off of a Zoom call because my background noise was a fire truck, toy fire truck blaring, chickens fighting, and a piano being introduced to a hammer. It's rough, it's rough. And here's the thing about chickens. They get sick. Do you know that chickens get colds? Last winter, I had to run around, grab all these fuckers, to put all the medicine on their little beaks and wings. I got these things for the eggs. My chickens, they don't put out eggs, because they identify as roosters. So, I got my own business, and I wear all the hats. Just last week, this guy quit on me. He said, "Hey, I need my check right away." "Oh, hold on, Kevin. We gotta talk to HR. I'm HR. And then HR's got to talk to payroll. I'm payroll. Then payroll's got to get the CFO to write the check, which means I got to go in the garage, get the checkbook. I hope this guy doesn't mind chicken shit on his face. Oh, man. It's rough out there, I'll tell you. The thing is, I don't know what to do next. Trying to run this business around all these kids. It's tough. But I'll tell you what, I owe all my success to my beautiful wife. Can we give her a round of applause? She's a tough broad. She's a tough broad. So we try to relax by traveling, you know what I mean? And it's just driving stresses me out. Because when I get in there, my wife tells me, hey, you gotta go. No, stop. Why are you going and stopping so much? Okay, I've given her the keys. Now she drives, which makes me the navigator. But when we talk and I navigate, it's more like Navy SEALs. Head north on the 605. Copy that, north on the 605. Am I getting off at 91 East? Negative. Scan the 605, 10 clicks. 10 clicks? How romantic is that? Where's the romance? This is supposed to be our anniversary trip. Oh. Then we get to the airport, I'm all stressed because I got to put my laptop in my shoes. I'm hoping TSA doesn't find the weed inside my crotch. It's rough. But then getting on the plane, it's so worth it. After that first cocktail, it's so nice. Because alcohol is the only thing that helps me get through the travel smell. You know the travel smell? Jet fuel, shitty coffee. Oh my God, who farted again? Oh, this is awful. This is awful. But all that booze makes me gotta piss. Which means I gotta go. Here's the secret. I pee weird. The doctor says I got an elongated pee hole. I got one regular stream and a wild card stream. Sometimes it goes left, sometimes it goes right, sometimes it pees on the guy next to me. So when I'm in the airplane bathroom, well, you've seen my work. You notice I didn't mention my kids in all this travel kabobble. My wife takes care of that. She packs them up, she gets them their snacks, she makes sure they're drugged perfectly so they don't bother us too much while traveling. Like I said, she's a tough broad. She's the perfect mix of Martha Stewart and a mob boss. She's the only one I've ever seen curse out a cop while breastfeeding. Story goes, she's driving, one of the runts is screaming in the back, he whips that fucker on the tit, and just happens to cruise through a stop sign. The cop pulls her over and she's yelling at him, screaming at him, what are you doing? I got places to go, can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Oh, miss, I'm sorry, listen, I at least gotta write you up a ticket for driving without a hands-free device. But she's tough, I'll tell you. She's tough on me, she'll be tough on you, but she's tough on love. That's my time.
And his wonderful wife, all right, guys, let's keep this show going. You ready for the next topic? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Put your hands together for Penny!
Hello, Long Beach. I'm Penny, and this is my 2 cents. A little bit about me. I grew up in Detroit, and when people hear that, they ask me, Detroit? Yeah, bitch. The area I grew up in could now be called Blightmore because there's so many vacant lots. Then they ask me, did you know Eminem? No. So I now live in Long Beach, and I've lived here a number of years. And what do people ask me? Do you know Snoop Dogg? No, but thank you for thinking I'm cool enough to know Calvin Rose. So I've been married a long time. I've been married 43 years. To the same man. On our last anniversary, I said, you know, if I were in prison, I'd be up for parole. So, I'm 68 years old. You probably did the math when I said 43 years, so might as well tell you. And as a woman of that age, I hate certain adjectives. You can ask my friends. I don't like the term old, senior, or elderly. I prefer something a little more valuable, like vintage. I'm vintage. So my daughter moved to Brooklyn, and I took a red-eye to visit her. Before I came off the flight, she warned me, the airline warned me, and the snack cart guy warned me, do not take rides from unauthorized vehicles. And I'm thinking, okay, I get it, stranger danger, I'm not new here, I've flown before. But then I land. It's 6 a.m. I'm sleep deprived, dehydrated, and emotionally fragile. I get to baggage claim, and this gentleman comes up to me. I should say this very helpful gentleman. He's like, do you need an Uber? And I one quick nod, and he's off with my bag, and next thing I know, I'm sitting in a Cadillac Escalade on the way to Brooklyn. And I'm thinking, wow, they really do Uber nice here in New York. All luxury and no judgment. Halfway to Brooklyn, I realize I'm in one of those unauthorized rides. I'm in the middle of a luxury kidnapping. So it did cost me 3 times what a cab would. I didn't complain because the very lovely lady who was from Colombia driving the cab looked like she could have turned on me faster than a fire in a high wind. So I tell my daughter what happened, and she went all FBI on me. Mom, don't you know those rides are run by white slavery gangs? And I'm like, white slavery gangs? I haven't heard that term since the 70s after-school specials. And then I start to wonder, are 68-year-old vintage women the new demographic for those gangs? Why? Is there some kink I'm not aware of? Have you ever looked at your driver's license photo and thought, this looks like a professional mugshot? It's like the DMV uses a Halloween mirror to take your photo. So imagine my surprise when I got my license, and in the envelope was tucked this note that said, your photo does not meet our standards. Please return at your earliest convenience for a new photo. Standards? Since when does the DMV have standards? This is the same place where the carpet smells like despair and this What do you mean I don't meet your standards? I gave you my best. I've been waiting in line for 3 hours for this. To be honest, I didn't return to get my new picture. I was too lazy. I kind of embraced her. People would ask me, is that you, ma'am? And I'd say, yes. That's DMV me. She's been through some things. So I think the DMV should lean into it. Next time I want a glamour shot, I want the wind machine, soft play. Let's make the DMV great again. So you know you're a vintage woman when the idea of an at-home health screening sounds like a wild night. So when my doctor said, recommended I get one of those Cologuard screenings, I said, poop in the box at home? Sign me up. But I have to tell you, those Cologuard people are intense. They called, they emailed, they texted me. I was one carrier pigeon away from a poop-related intervention. They wanted their sample. I was waiting for a day that I was feeling inspired, artistically motivated. Finally the day came, and let's just say I was an overachiever. So I followed the instructions and I wrapped it up in the box, took it to CVS. No one there knew what to do with it. So I'm walking down the aisles of CVS like I'm shopping for snacks. In one arm I have my poop box. Do you know where the poop bin is? Where's the poop bin? Those Cologuard people really need to get their you-know-what together. Finally, I called them, and they arranged for it to be picked up on my front door. And I'm thinking, okay, done, finished, relieved. See you in 5 years. 3 days later, I get a text from my new friends at Cologuard. You have to redo it. You said too much. I'm like, what? Am I now the Costco of colon samples? So I redid it. Let's say I was less inspired, more minimalist. Then I start to worry, oh my God, I'm going to be the Goldilocks of colon samples. I said too much, now I probably said too little, but thankfully it was just right. The only problem I have now is I'm sure CVS thinks of me as the poop lady, so I need to find a new pharmacy. I'm Penny, that's my set.
Sir, are you happy, sir? Who was earlier? Mine work, are you happy now?
Oh, good.
You're good? Okay, I just want to make sure. So now I was good, I just want to make sure you happy.
All good.
What I'm talking about. You guys ready for the next comic? Yeah! I'm talking about. Put your hands together for Cash
Thank you, Gary, our comedy sensei, black belt, and you'll find out I'm the white belt. So, yeah, my name is Cash, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I am brown. I'm Indian, and so yes, I am a doctor. I'm actually a GI doctor, you know, woo. Not that aggressively, you know, be gentle, you know, keep cold in check. You know, I don't like talking about what I do a lot. It's a little bit awkward, especially when it's with somebody I don't know, like at a party. So, you know, it goes something like, so what do you do? I'm a gastroenterologist. Wait, is that like a butt specialist? Yeah, kind of. Finally! Hey, do you mind if I ask you a personal question? Yes, I mind. A lot. You know, well, that's okay, don't worry about it. I have had this horrible pain in my ass for like the last 3 months. Do you mind taking a look? Okay, can I see your insurance card? So what I tell people instead is that I'm a plumber. It's kind of true, right? Then you guys are laughing. I know I may not look like a plumber, but you know, I'd love to prove it to you guys and flash my butt crack right now, but then I'd give you all guys PTSD, and that's not right. So, I didn't always want to be a doctor when I was growing up. You know, my dad, when I was young, gave me some career advice. He said, Gash, you can either become a doctor or a loser. You choose. And so, like the overachieving Asian son I am, I became both. Are you proud of me now, Dad? Do you love me? I grew up with 2 younger brothers. The middle brother was closer to me in age, so we kind of grew up together and bonded over the same things, books, calculus, heavy metal. So we would try to sneak out to go to concerts, and then my dad would catch us and be like, hey, where are you going? Study group? Why do you need tickets for a study group? Let me see that. What is Metallica? It's Metallica. Shut up, whatever. Is it educational? What kind of study group? Mechanical engineering study group? Okay. Educational, that's fine. Go ahead and go. And so then we'd arrive at the concert venue. We're kind of sticking out like sore thumbs, two awkward Indian kids. Then people would just be staring at us, and then be looking around and be like, when did the Rose Bowl get a Hindu temple? So ultimately, as I was, that kind of summarizes high school. So as I was coming toward the end of, high school, I was given the choice that most South Asian parents give their children when they're about to graduate. You could choose either college or death. I chose college, and college was all right, but the best thing about college is where I met my future wife. Yeah. I got to tell you guys, she was the best girlfriend I ever had. She was also the only. I was like, she likes me. Never letting you go. I don't know what she saw in me really. I was 6 foot tall, 110 pounds. So I didn't know what she saw in me. She could literally see right through me. But she's been with me through thick and thin, lots of school. And then ultimately when I decided to apply to medical school, I wanted to put my best foot forward, right? It's kind of a little competitive to get in. So I didn't put everything about myself on the application. So one thing I didn't tell them is that I am colorblind. Red-green colorblind. Last I looked on Wikipedia, blood is red. So then people are like, you're colorblind. How can you tell if someone's bleeding? I was like, it's simple. I just look for the shape of like gushing fluid, If it's a garden hose, aorta, it all looks the same. When I was a kid, I used to think that traffic lights were red, yellow, and white. Then somebody said, no dummy, that's not white, that's red. That's green, I'm sorry. And then I'm like, that's green? Holy shit, boom, kind of blew my mind. So then as I'm crossing the crosswalk, I see the green man telling me to go. And then I'm told that that man isn't green. He's white. So I'm like, why is the white man always telling me what to do? But things have worked out okay. I've done all right, and I get now obviously patients, people ask me for my advice, like often about like medications and supplements, like probiotics. Anybody take probiotics?
Yeah.
Woo! Probiotics, good health. Okay. There are a trillion of them, right? It's like super confusing. Have you noticed that the fancier the packaging, the higher the price?
Yes.
Yeah. These things are so expensive. I look at it and it's like, who made this? Gucci? I have patients that come in with symptoms too, and oftentimes they already have all the answers. Like I remember this one guy, comes in saying, "Doc, my liver is killing me." Okay, first of all, you're pointing to your bladder. It's here. It's like, yeah, I know. Okay. I was desperate, so I know I shouldn't have, but I Googled it. No, you shouldn't have. But what did you learn? It was confusing, Doc. On the one hand, they said I could have cancer. On the other hand, it said it just could be bad Taco Bell. Like, which one is it, Doc? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not sure, but if it were me, I know which one I'd choose. It's cancer. I've seen that Taco Bell. All right, guys, that's my time.
All right. Man, this is way harder than it looks. First off, Gary, he's a great instructor. He told us that you guys were going to be a soft audience. So I brought some Viagra. No, it's good. This is kind of a full circle moment for me. I've always been kind of an entertainer. Since I was a kid, I was the youngest of 5. And, it just wasn't because I liked to perform. I mean, I had to be an entertainer to survive, right? I mean, I had the bigs, they were just kind of always watching over me, making sure, never let me eat when I could. But I used to do this thing, right, when the bigs would bring over some friends and they'd go, oh, bring out Stevie, let him do his little routine. And I'd come out, one of my best bits, I'd take 2 pieces of string and I'd put them in my mouth, chew them up, swallow them, right, act like I swallow them. And I'd reach behind my neck and I'd pull out 2 pieces of string tied together. I shit you not. It was a lot of fun. But, I survived my childhood. It was good. I mean, I really loved the family vacations, right? I mean, Mom and Dad would pack us 5 kids into the station wagon, and I'd be crammed in the back, just kind of all the luggage and crusty socks and smells. It was cool. I had a little fort, my own little mobile fort. But, at times I'd get bored. So one time, this is a great story, I took a piece of paper out of my coloring book, and in big red letters, right, crayon, big bright red crayon, I wrote, help me. And I put it up against the back window. And cars would go by and I'd be like, it's red. It was all fun, man. And then, when my dad finished up his conversation with that nice state trooper, you gotta know my dad, right? He's World War II, Korea, Vietnam vet. He was the epitome of fuck around and find out. And he looked at me, he never wanted to get looked at by my dad. And he looked right at me, and I was in the back of the wagon, just sitting there, eating my beef jerky. And he walks over to me, kind of stands there, and he looks around. Pretty sure he was thinking about where he could hide the body. But he goes, how old are you now, kid? And I looked up, and I'm like, 6? And it snapped like you wouldn't believe, right in my face. You ever pull that silly shit again, you won't live to see 7. That was my dad, he had a way about him. But I survived my childhood. I got through it all, got through all the adolescent stuff and through school and had a lot of fun, I was a surfer, skateboarder, played all the sports, and robbed the gas station. And I graduated high school, and I'll never forget, my last session with my court-appointed juvenile counselor. She looked at me and she said, Stephen, you've made some great progress. You might want to consider a men's support group. I'm like, a men's support group? Yeah. Men's support group, Marine Corps, tomato. It all worked out. No, I did. I'm a Marine. I joined the Marine Corps. Yeah. Any Marines out there? No Marines? Well, that's why we're the few, the proud. But yeah, it's good. I have to say, my time in the Marine Corps really set me up for life, right? It kind of saved my life. and if I had any family here that bothered to come, they would tell you that. But it really led to a great career in aerospace, right? So I've been working in aerospace for 35 years. In fact, I'm currently a mission assurance analyst for NASA. Yeah, pretty cool gig, pretty cool title. I mean, it's a really cool title until, you know, some funny guy abbreviates your title in a PowerPoint slide in front of the whole fucking program as Miss Ass Anal. Funny. That's okay though. I mean, at least I didn't have it as bad with my pal John, right? He was our safety assurance analyst, right? So he was safe ass anal. That went over like a lead balloon. No, my gay friends love that joke, by the way. Personally, I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I'm a lover of life. I experience things, and I'm going to say I gave it a try. But, I mean, just the whole lifestyle for me just turned out to be a pain in the ass. I just walked away from the whole experience. Bad taste in my mouth. Moving on. Hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm part of the boomer generation, okay? Right? I'm the generation that gave you hippies, right? Free love, psychedelic drugs. I mean, my generation single-handedly changed the word party from a noun to a verb. Right? Party on? Come on, where's my boomers? Where's my boomers? Good stuff.
Perhaps.
What happens? But the thing is, you know, I'm a late boomer. I was born late, right? All the early boomers, they got all the cool shit, right? I mean, they got like the hula hoop, the Beatles, the '63 split window Corvette. And what the fuck did I get in the '70s? Fucking lawn darts. Right? Fucking Tiny Tim. Come on. The Ford Pinto. Really? God, you get rear-ended in that fucker, you turn into a screaming amplifier. But no, that was then, you know, and here I am. I got through it all, and I have to say, my grandson found out that I was going to do this show tonight, and he's an aspiring comedian himself, and he's 5. He pulled me aside and he said, "Papa," like, "Papa, you know, your jokes aren't that funny." Duly noted. So you should probably do one of my jokes. I'm like, okay, so I'll do it. So, knock knock.
Who's there?
Europe.
Europe.
No, Europe. All for you, Henry.
You guys ready for some international comedy? Yeah! All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the lovely Renata!
Hello everyone, my name is Renata, and yes, this is an Italian accent. I would love to lose it, so I don't have to explain all my entire life story every time when I order a coffee. Usually the people comments are nice, and hey, if Sofia Vergara built a career with her Spanglish, I'm hoping that my Tanglish can work too. I know. To pull it off, I will need Sophia's curves in the right places. That's why I had my book job, to distract people from my accent. I mean, it worked for her, why not for me? So, I grew up in a family of 5, 2 parents, my brother, and my twin sister and I. And I am the oldest by 5 minutes, which means that I've been bullying my twin since before we were born. I told her, I beat you already in our mom's belly, so don't even try out here. We are opposite, but the same way we are the same. She always been shy and nerdy. I was outgoing and popular. She graduated in mathematics, and I am a certified numerologist. If you don't know what numerology is, please Google it. So we both enter numbers. She spent years studying algebra. I spent a week to have my online certification. So I am always first in everything. So I have my daughter 19. She had hers at 41. We even married the same, but different. I married a 21 years older man, and she married a toy boy, 20 years older than her. So mathematically speaking, I still win, even though I'm not totally sure about that. So I am the trophy wife, and she's the cougar. Like I said, opposite, but the same. We both emotionally screwed up. So my childhood was unusual because my twin sister, she needed medical attention. So I grew up with my grandparents on the farm. Believe me, they were my real parents. So until I was 6, I didn't know about my real parents, and one day, surprise, new parents. When I told this story to my therapist, she said, oh, she nearly cried. She said, oh my goodness, poor you, baby girl. And then I knew that the therapy is gonna be very expensive. But the farm life was very good. My grandparents, they did spoil me. All I heard growing up was, you are so cute, with that face, you can have anything you want, just smile. Imagine my disappointment when my mother said then if I wanted anything, I have to work during the summer break. And I asked her, I said, why? We are not poor. And she looked at me with glacier eyes and said, who is we? There is no we. You're definitely poor until you don't get a job. I went to my grandmother for advice, and she said, you have 2 choices. One, go to school, get into debt, wait years before your dream life, or you get married well enough and you don't have to wait. Guess where I picked? I married at 18, a man 10 years older than me. Didn't work out. So for the second time, I added 11 more years. Hopefully, this extra month can make marriage work. I came to the state to be a chef. I worked in Florida for so many years with a kitchen full of Latino men. They didn't like to have a woman boss. They called me names, they even tried to touch me. But I am Italian, so I answer fire with fire, literally. When my sous chef touched my butt, I basically just flame with vodka. And with my innocent face, I said, oh, I'm so sorry. You pushed me and the vodka just spilled. He was screaming. That's not true. I smiled to the other cook, who immediately confirmed my side of the story. Then he got promoted. So guess, Mama, I still can have everything I want just with a smile, or a little bit of fire. After years in the kitchen, I retired to my 40s, and when looking for a new career, I studied hypnotherapy, Reiki, numerology, and then I met my 21 years older husband. And that career was over, and I had a brand new occupation, the trophy life position. And let me tell you guys, it comes with a lot of great benefits. You have health insurance, you have unlimited vacations, you have even retirement plan included. So it's kind of working for Google, but you have to sleep with a CEO. My husband is a kind, loving, generous man, then he supports me in everything.
Yes, he is.
Yes. As long I do not forget my trophy wife duties. And because let's be honest, being a trophy wife is like being a sex worker. But instead of having so many clients, you have only one, a good one, and you never have to work again. That's called knowing your own value. When I told this joke to my girlfriend, she said, careful, some feminists might be offended out there. And I said, please, not my fault if nobody chose her as a trophy. Let's be real. An entire movie was made about that. 50 Shades of Grey sold out everywhere. So now I am in my 50s and I am worried. The eye is getting better. I am menopausal, wrinkled, not fresh anymore, with daily meltdowns and zero sex drive. Basically expired. I am worried that my husband can upgrade me with an AI version, younger, quieter, no emotional updates. But I believe I have still a little bit of time, because if Jeff Bezos just married a trophy wife, I think the AI clearly isn't ready yet. Even though when I'm looking at her, some of her looks make me think she might be a hybrid prototype. And for me, the only hope for me is my husband dementia kicks in faster. So I can tell him that I am his daughter. And he's not asking me for sex. I'd rather the AI version take care of that. I'm not even jealous. I'm open for a threesome as long as the robot does the work and I'll keep my health insurance.
Giving flowers for doodles. Show your love one more time for Renata, please. All right, guys. Oh my God, that was so nice. It was so kind of you. All right, you guys ready for more comedy? Yeah. All right, put your hands together for y'all ready for some more comedy? Yeah. All right, let's keep the crowd up. Please put your hands together.
Hi everyone, I'm Deep. I'm a space engineer with an important message. You need to know about the RMW. The RMW is 30,000 miles away and it affects your life every day. You don't think about it, but you need to think about it because it's under threat. Federal funding for the RMW. Oh, you don't know what the RMW is? How embarrassing for you. Okay, not really. We use a lot of acronyms in my work as a space engineer, and this is a common occurrence. I'll be in a meeting, sitting opposite from Carl, in our matching chinos and button-downs, and talking about the RMW. Everything's going great until someone says something that plants a seed of doubt. That didn't make sense with what I thought the RMW was. I thought it was radial magnetic wrench, but Carl talked about it having a voltage. have I not known what this meeting was about the whole time? Am I in the right place? What's my name? I know what you're thinking, but I can't ask what it is. I'd have to admit I didn't know what we were talking about this whole time. I might as well have been drawing pictures of ponies in my notebook or something, which I was. Does that give you a whole lot of confidence in the engineering community? It shouldn't. We're largely idiots. Look at this world we built. Not me, though. I was raised right. There are a lot of engineers in my family. Families are weird. You can't really compare yourself to your family. Mine actually makes me look normal and tall. But yeah, my family likes science a lot. I thought everyone did. Imagine my surprise learning that most Americans didn't grow up asking for a bedtime theory. And most people don't play physics riddles for fun at a big But yeah, that's been weird for socialization. Turns out your friends don't like it when you ask them for citations. I try to fit in though. I try to get through to normal people. So, I'm factually accurate most of the time. But then every now and then I'll throw in a piece of complete nonsense based on my feelings. That's what people like, right? Yeah. A lot of people think they're rational, but they're not. Take tech bros. Tech bros think they're smart because they can do math and solve differential equations or something. Like, that's hard. We can all solve differential equations, bro. How about you make something that doesn't wreck society? Is that too much to ask?
Yeah.
Oh, the differential equations thing, math is easy. I'll explain it to you later. I promise you're smarter than a tech bro. Most people are smart enough not to move fast and break things, but we just happen to have put the stupidest people in charge of everything. And I don't mean the orange. Uh-oh. Do you think I'm gonna get kibbled? Do you think they're gonna take away my YouTube channel with 21 subscribers? I'm terrified. Okay, enough about the apocalypse. We all need a vacation from that, right?
Yeah.
So, I took a lot of family trips when I was a kid. My mom would pack the suitcases tight and the agenda even tighter. We'd hire a driver to drive us up these winding mountain roads, and he'd go super fast, and then he'd tell us, "Hurry up, enjoy the view. We have to make good time." So this was in India, so things are a little different. You drive on the left side of the road instead of the right, and instead of customer service, you have ordering the customer around. So our vacations were a little intense. It used to be hike, temple, another hike, another temple. We paid to fly out here, so we were going to get our money's worth by the gods. And we were going to get it by being miserable the whole time. I plan my own vacations now, and I might have overcorrected. I will spend as long as I want on each hike. I will, put my face up to every leaf and look into each bird's soul. I'll fly out somewhere and only go to one park. Or maybe just a parking lot. Take that, Mom. It wasn't poor planning. I meant to vacation like this. things aren't much better when I stay home. I'm not very good at housework. Somehow my house is always like both too empty and too full. It's not the house though, it's the stuff in it. You know, I can't take care of stuff. I'm a bad stuff owner. Some idiot engineer made this kettle, and now I bought it in a weak moment, and now the stuff and I are doomed to languish together for an eternity. Other people will say, don't look at my house, it's so messy. And I do look, and it's like Architectural Digest, except one shoe is out of place or something. No, my house actually is messy. Every available surface is covered with bags and papers and notebooks and tools and mail. You'll notice I'm choosing my examples carefully so they aren't actually gross. You will occasionally find like a dried apple core or something, but it never gets gross because I have this like raccoon tendency. You know how they're always washing their hands. I can sense when something's getting gross, and I will go throw that one thing away, and I'll walk past a pile of papers and, you know, toys and crayons and Legos. I don't have kids, by the way, that's also. I don't really want to have kids. People assume it's because I hate kids or something. They'll say, don't you hate kids? They're loud, and they ask a ton of questions, and they leave crumbs everywhere. Ageist. There's nothing wrong with asking questions and leaving crumbs everywhere. But also, I do that. But also, it doesn't make any sense. It's not about liking kids. You wouldn't say, oh, you like Susan? That must mean you want to be responsible for her every need. And if you mess up, she dies. Or that you want another Susan that you make from scratch, from your flesh. No thanks. I don't even want to take care of a kettle. I'm not weird. You're weird for asking. So anyway, do your differential equations every day and save funding for the radial magnetic wrench. I've been ET.
One more time, so damn smart. All right, guys. You guys ready?
Yes.
Y'all feeling good?
Yes.
Y'all ready for one more great comic? Yes. Put your hands together, make some noise for Fat Boy!
Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Fatima. I identify as a whitewashed Asian. Yeah, my parents forced assimilation so hard that I willingly choose pasta over rice on a daily basis. Yeah, so I grew up with white friends. We did all the white people things. So AP classes, theater, meth. Just kidding, I didn't take AP classes. I wasn't Asian enough for that. But I did study one of the widest things you could in college. It's called linguistics. So for those of us who don't know, linguistics is a scientific study of how to struggle financially for the rest of your life. So that's probably how I ended up with a job in sales, where all I'm doing really is pretending to be a white person. And I'm actually quite good at it too, if you're watching. Well, howdy, y'all! How y'all doing? Well, this is my inner white lady voice. And training to folks in the South, where it's hotter than the devil's booty hole and the AC is holier than the word of Jesus. Can I get an amen? You see, Fatima is my government name. And, well, when you're selling to folks in the South, ain't nobody want to buy from Fatima. So when I'm selling, my name's Joy. If you think about it, I'm kind of like Superman, except my kryptonite is racism. But it's okay. It's okay. Y'all don't need to worry about me. I got my casseroles. I got our sweet Lord and Savior Jesus. Oh, and I got my AR-15, y'all. Yeah. So all of this internal gentrification, it did prepare me for a pizza tour I took in Chicago. Yep, a pizza tour, because what else is there to do in Chicago? I had already touched the bean, and for those of you who don't know anything about Chicago, you might think I'm talking about my clitoris. I'm not, I did that after. Well, when I get to the pizza tour, lo and behold, everybody there is there to celebrate some schmuck named Joe's 75th birthday. I think it's important to note that Joe is white. All 18 of his family members are white. And hard as I try, I am not white. So they actually wanted me to help them fuck with Joe. I said fuck with Joe, not fuck Joe. I think they did that afterwards. They wanted me to say that I was one of his grandkids. So when Joe finally gets there, he starts making his rounds, he says hello, and he gets to me and he goes, "And who the hell are you?" Let it be known that Joe does not have a southern accent. It's the only white accent I can do. This is just me being racist. Before I could even get a word out, somebody says, "That's your grandkid from California, Joe." To which Joe says, "Ain't no way you got a grandkid from California. My sperm don't travel that far." You know whose sperm does travel that far, though? My father-in-law's. I needed a transition. So I'm married. I'm married to a half-French-Canadian man. Yeah, and the other half is just as sexy. It's just it's Canadian. So yeah, pretty much I'm married to a white guy. We've been together 8 years, and we started doing couples therapy shortly after our first year. So the good news is we're really good at communicating. The bad news is every time I yell at him, he files a formal report to our therapist. So we started doing couples therapy to prepare for long distance. You see, I said I was going to eat, pray, love my way through Southeast Asia. I was going to find myself. And well, like a good puppy, he waited by the door. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So we did long distance for about a year before I finally told him to come. Come here, boy. Come here. And he did, twice, actually. So we're no longer doing long distance, we're living together. And I would say one of the hardest things about living together is sending him to go get groceries. You see, he treats the grocery list as if they were clues for a scavenger hunt. One time I sent him to go get olive oil, and he came back with baby oil, which is great if you're cooking babies. 7 of them, all unopened. And just last week, he brought home the wrong cat food. We don't have a cat. Oh, but I do love him though. He's kind, he's patient, he's wise. And most of all, he's such a good boy. Such a good boy. My name's Fatima, that's my title.